Forests are vanishing at an alarming rate, and with them, countless species are lost forever. Imagine walking through a once thriving rainforest, now reduced to barren land. This isn't just a distant problem, it's happening right now. All around us, oceans once teeming with life are eerily quiet. Coral reefs, the vibrant cities of the sea, are bleaching and dying, leaving behind ghostly remnants of their former glory. We are currently living through Earth's sixth mass extinction, a crisis that is unfolding at a staggering pace. Species are disappearing at a rate 1,000 times faster than the natural extinction rate. This isn't merely a tragedy for the animals and plants that are lost, it's a crisis that directly impacts our lives. Biodiversity is the foundation of our ecosystems. It supports our food systems, regulates our climate, and purifies our water. When we lose biodiversity, we jeopardize our own survival. Think about it, every time a species goes extinct, we lose a piece of the intricate puzzle that sustains life on Earth. Pollinators like bees and butterflies are dwindling, threatening our crops and food security. The fish we rely on for protein are declining, and with them the livelihoods of millions. The economic implications are staggering. Biodiversity loss can lead to increased costs for food production, healthcare, and disaster recovery. Healthy ecosystems provide services worth trillions of dollars, from clean air and water to natural disaster mitigation. When we degrade these systems, we're not just harming nature, we're undermining our own economies and well-being. But it's not too late. There are steps we can take to reverse this trend. Supporting sustainable practices, protecting natural habitats, and advocating for policies that prioritize conservation can make a difference. Every action counts, from reducing waste to supporting local and organic farming. We have the power to change the narrative. By valuing biodiversity and recognizing its importance, we can work together to ensure a thriving planet for future generations. The time to act is now. Let's not wait until it's too late. Biodiversity is truly the heartbeat of our planet. Imagine a world where every living thing, from the tiniest bacteria in the soil to the majestic redwoods reaching for the sky, plays a crucial role in a complex web of life. It's not just about counting species, it's about understanding the intricate relationships and genetic diversity that exist within them. Take a moment to think about the oceans. They're teeming with life, from vibrant coral reefs to the mysterious creatures lurking in the depths. Each species, whether it's a tiny plankton or a massive whale, contributes to the health of marine ecosystems. These ecosystems regulate our climate, provide oxygen, and even support our food systems. When we lose a single species, it can have a ripple effect, disrupting the balance that sustains life on land. Forests are another prime example of biodiversity at work. They're not just a collection of trees. They're bustling communities filled with plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms. Each organism plays a role, from pollinators like bees that help plants reproduce to decomposers that break down organic matter, returning nutrients to the soil. This interconnectedness is what keeps ecosystems resilient, allowing them to adapt to changes and recover from disturbances. Genetic diversity is equally important within a single species. Variations can mean the difference between survival and extinction. For instance, some plants may be more resistant to diseases or climate changes, ensuring that the species can thrive even in challenging conditions. This genetic toolkit is essential for the future of agriculture, medicine, and conservation. Yet despite its importance, biodiversity is under threat. Habitat destruction, climate change, pollution, and invasive species are pushing many species to the brink of extinction. When we lose biodiversity, we're not just losing beautiful creatures and plants, we're jeopardizing the very systems that support our lives. Protecting biodiversity is not just an environmental issue, it's a human issue. Our health, our economies, and our very existence depend on the rich tapestry of life that surrounds us. By preserving habitats, supporting sustainable practices, and fostering a deeper appreciation for the natural world, we can ensure that future generations inherit a planet that is vibrant and full of life. So let's celebrate biodiversity, let's recognize its value and commit to protecting it. Because in the end, every species, every ecosystem, and every strand of genetic material is part of a larger story, one that we all share. Imagine a world where the vibrant sounds of nature are replaced by silence. According to the UN, up to 1 million species are at risk of extinction right now. That's not just a number, it's a staggering reality. Since 1970, populations of mammals, birds, fish, and reptiles have plummeted by 69%. Think about that for a moment. Nearly 7 out of 10 species are disappearing before our eyes. Take coral reefs, for instance. These underwater marvels, which support 1/4 of all marine life, could vanish by 2050. That's just a few decades away. The beauty of these ecosystems is matched only by their importance. They protect coastlines, provide food, and sustain livelihoods for millions. Yet they are under siege, facing threats from climate change, pollution, and overfishing. The loss of biodiversity is accelerating, driven by human activity at an unprecedented scale. Deforestation, urbanization, and industrial agriculture are carving up habitats at a shocking rate. Satellite imagery reveals the stark reality. Once lush forests are now barren land, wetlands are drained, and vibrant ecosystems are reduced to mere shadows of their former selves. Graphs and charts like the WWF Living Planet Index illustrate this decline vividly. They show a downward spiral, a trend that we can no longer ignore. Each line represents a species, a habitat, a vital part of our planet's web of life. Consider the wetlands, those crucial buffers against flooding and climate change. They're disappearing, and with them, countless species that rely on these ecosystems for survival. The ripple effects are profound, impacting not just wildlife but also human communities that depend on these natural resources. We have the power to change this trajectory. Conservation efforts, sustainable practices, and a commitment to protecting our planet can make a difference. It's not too late to act. We can restore habitats, protect endangered species, and ensure that future generations inherit a world rich in biodiversity. The clock is ticking, and the stakes are high. It's time to recognize our role in this crisis and take meaningful steps to safeguard the incredible diversity of life that shares this planet with us. The future of our ecosystems, and ultimately our own survival, depends on it. Every day I look around and see the incredible beauty of our planet, but I also see the alarming signs of its decline. The 5 main drivers of biodiversity loss are like a dark cloud hanging over us. Land use change, overexploitation, climate change, pollution, and invasive species. Let's start with land use change. We're clearing vast forests to make way for agriculture, transforming vibrant ecosystems into monocultures. This not only destroys habitats, but also disrupts the intricate web of life that has evolved over millennia. Imagine a world where the chorus of birds is replaced by the silence of empty fields. Then there's overexploitation. We're overfishing our oceans, taking more than they can replenish. Species like tuna and cod are disappearing at alarming rates. It's not just about the fish, it's about the entire marine ecosystem that relies on them. When we strip away these species, we're unraveling the delicate balance that keeps our oceans healthy. Climate change is another relentless force. As temperatures rise, habitats shift and species struggle to adapt. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are bleaching and dying. This isn't just a loss of beauty, it's a loss of biodiversity that affects everything from fish populations to coastal protection. Pollution is poisoning our planet. Rivers choked with plastic and chemicals are not just unsightly, they are deadly. Aquatic life suffers, and when we consume contaminated fish, we are putting our own health at risk. It's a vicious cycle that we need to break. Finally, invasive species are sneaking into ecosystems and out-competing native species for resources. They disrupt food chains and can lead to the extinction of local flora and fauna. Think about it. A single plant or animal can change the entire landscape, pushing out species that have thrived for centuries. All these forces combine to unravel nature's balance. It's a complex puzzle, but it's one we can't afford to ignore. The loss of biodiversity isn't just an environmental issue, it's a human issue. Our health, our economies, and our future depend on the rich tapestry of life that surrounds us. It's time to take action, to be stewards of our planet, and to ensure that the beauty we cherish today is still here for generations to come. Biodiversity isn't just beautiful, it's essential for our survival. Imagine a world without the vibrant colors of flowers or the buzzing of bees. These aren't just pretty sights and sounds, they play a critical role in our food security. Bees, for instance, pollinate about 1/3 of the food we eat. Without them, our crops would dwindle, leading to food shortages and increased prices. Now think about the water we drink. Healthy ecosystems like wetlands and forests act as natural filters, purifying our water supply. They absorb pollutants and provide clean water for our communities. But as we lose species, these ecosystems weaken, making it harder for them to perform these vital functions. Climate regulation is another crucial service provided by biodiversity. Diverse ecosystems such as mangroves not only protect coastlines from storms but also sequester carbon, helping to mitigate climate change. When we lose these habitats, we lose their ability to buffer floods and regulate temperatures, putting our homes and livelihoods at risk. And let's not forget the connection between biodiversity and health. The origins of COVID-19 remind us that when we encroach on wildlife habitats, we increase the risk of zoonotic diseases spilling over to humans. The wildlife trade disrupts natural balances, leading to outbreaks that can devastate communities worldwide. Every species plays a role in maintaining the balance of our ecosystems. When we lose even one key species, we risk a domino effect that can lead to ecosystem collapse. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's a human issue. The fragility of our ecosystems directly impacts our lives, our economies, and our future. So, as we face the challenges of climate change, food security, and health crises, we must recognize the importance of preserving biodiversity. Protecting our planet's diverse species is not just about saving the beauty of nature, it's about safeguarding our own existence. The more we understand this connection, the better equipped we'll be to protect the world we share. Losing biodiversity isn't just an environmental issue, it's an economic crisis waiting to unfold. Imagine walking through empty fishing docks, once bustling with life, now silent and still. Fisheries are collapsing, and with them the livelihoods of countless communities. The ocean, our planet's lifeblood, is losing its ability to sustain us. Forests, which once acted as carbon sinks, are now struggling to store the very carbon we need to combat climate change. When we lose trees, we lose the fight against rising temperatures. It's not just about the trees, it's about the air we breathe and the future we leave behind. Pollinators, those tiny heroes of our ecosystem, are disappearing at alarming rates. Without them, our crops fail and our food systems crumble. Think about it, 1/3 of the food we eat relies on pollinators. When they vanish, so do our fruits, vegetables, and nuts. The World Economic Forum has identified biodiversity loss as one of the top global risks to business and stability. It's not just a statistic, it's a reality that industries from agriculture to tourism are feeling. The economic value of ecosystem services is staggering, around $125 trillion a year. That's not just a number, it's the foundation of our economies. When we destroy nature, we're not just losing beauty, we're paying a hefty price. The cost of inaction is far greater than the investment in conservation. Ecotourism and conservation-based economies are thriving examples of how we can turn this around. They show us that protecting our planet can also be profitable. We have the power to change this narrative. By valuing biodiversity, we can create sustainable industries that benefit both people and the planet. It's time to recognize that nature isn't free. The choices we make today will determine the world we live in tomorrow. Let's invest in our ecosystems, not just for their sake, but for our own survival and prosperity. In the heart of the Amazon, the vibrant colors of the rainforest pulse with life. Each leaf, each creature, tells a story that has been passed down through generations. For indigenous cultures, this biodiversity is not just a backdrop, it is sacred. It is woven into the very fabric of their identity, their rituals, and their ancestral knowledge. When a species disappears, it's not just an ecological loss. It's a severing of ties to the past, a fading of languages and a silencing of traditions. Take the jaguar, for instance. In many tribes, it embodies strength and wisdom. When its roar echoes through the jungle, it reminds us of our connection to the earth. But as deforestation and climate change threaten its habitat, we lose more than just a majestic animal. We lose the stories that celebrate its spirit, the songs sung in its honor, and the teachings that guide us in living harmoniously with nature. Traveling to the Arctic, the ice is melting, and with it the ancient ways of the Inuit. The caribou, a vital source of sustenance and cultural significance, is dwindling. The stories of the land, the legends of the stars, and the wisdom of survival are at risk of being forgotten. Each loss is a chapter erased from the living library of our shared history. In Australia, the sacred forests hold the dreams of the Aboriginal peoples. These trees are not just timber. They are the keepers of knowledge, the sites of ceremonies that connect the past to the present. As logging and urban development encroach, we strip away the very roots of their culture. The traditional medicine gathered from these forests is not merely a remedy, it is a lifeline, a testament to a deep understanding of the land that has been cultivated over millennia. Oral storytelling is a powerful thread that binds these cultures together. It's in the telling of tales around the fire that wisdom is shared and history is preserved. But as biodiversity dwindles, so too does the richness of these narratives. The stories of the land, the animals, and the ancestors fade, leaving behind a void that cannot be filled. Biodiversity is not just a scientific concern, it is a matter of cultural survival. It is a reminder that we are all part of a larger tapestry, interconnected and interdependent. When we protect the natural world, we safeguard the stories, the languages, and the identities that define us. We must listen to the voices of indigenous peoples, for they carry the wisdom of ages. Their knowledge is a beacon, guiding us toward a future where both nature and culture can thrive together. Some ecosystems may never recover, and that's a hard truth we have to face. But let's not forget that many still can. Take the bald eagle, for instance. Once on the brink of extinction, this majestic bird has soared back into our skies thanks to dedicated conservation efforts. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we come together for a common cause. Then there's the mountain gorilla. Just a few decades ago, their population was dwindling, threatened by habitat loss and poaching. Today, thanks to relentless conservation work, their numbers are climbing. This is proof that with the right actions, we can turn the tide. And let's not overlook the Arabian oryx. Once declared extinct in the wild, it has made a remarkable comeback through breeding programs and habitat restoration. These success stories remind us that nature is resilient, but we must act fast. The next decade is critical. Imagine the lush forest that once covered vast landscapes, now reduced to mere patches. But look at the time-lapse footage of reforestation efforts. It's inspiring to see how quickly nature can bounce back when we give it a helping hand. Each sapling planted is a step toward restoring balance. Coral reefs, often called the rainforest of the sea, are also showing signs of recovery. With initiatives aimed at coral regrowth, we can witness vibrant underwater ecosystems returning to life. This is not just about saving species. It's about preserving the intricate web of life that sustains us all. Every action counts. Whether it's supporting local conservation projects, reducing our carbon footprint, or advocating for policy changes, we each have a role to play. The clock is ticking, and the next decade will determine the fate of countless species and ecosystems. Let's harness this momentum and push for change. Together, we can ensure that our planet thrives for generations to come. Nature is waiting for us to act. Will we rise to the challenge? Protecting biodiversity is not just a lofty goal, it's an urgent necessity. Imagine a world where 30% of our planet is conserved by 2030. This isn't just a dream, it's the 30x30 goal, a bold policy that can help reverse the alarming decline in our ecosystems. We need to act now, and that means committing to real change. Ending illegal wildlife trade is crucial. Every year countless species are pushed to the brink of extinction for profit. We must raise our voices against this injustice. Protests and climate marches are powerful tools to demand action from our leaders. When we stand together, we send a clear message. Wildlife is not a commodity. It's a vital part of our planet's health. Reducing meat consumption is another significant step we can take. The livestock industry is a major driver of deforestation and greenhouse gas emissions. By choosing plant-based options more often, we can lessen our impact on the environment. It's not just about personal choice, it's about creating a ripple effect that encourages businesses to adopt sustainable practices. Restoring degraded land is essential for revitalizing ecosystems. When we invest in reforestation and habitat restoration, we're not just helping wildlife, we're also improving air quality and combating climate change. Urban green spaces can play a pivotal role here. They provide habitats for wildlife, improve our mental health and enhance our communities. Imagine walking through a city filled with lush parks and vibrant gardens, where nature thrives alongside us. Cutting greenhouse gas emissions is a challenge we all must tackle. Governments need to implement policies that promote renewable energy and sustainable transportation, but we as individuals have a role too. Simple actions like using public transport, biking, or reducing energy consumption at home can collectively make a significant difference. We are all part of this ecosystem, and our actions matter. Citizen-led cleanups are a fantastic way to engage with our communities and protect our local environments. When we come together to clean our parks and waterways, we foster a sense of stewardship and responsibility. It's time to embrace our roles in this fight for biodiversity. Whether you're a policymaker, a business leader, or an everyday citizen, your actions can contribute to a healthier planet. Let's work together to protect our natural world for future generations. The time for bold policies and decisive action is now. Biodiversity is the heartbeat of our planet. Every creature, every plant, every ecosystem plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of life. When we think of biodiversity, we often picture vibrant forests teeming with life, the vast oceans filled with colorful fish, or the intricate web of life in a single flower. But what we often overlook is that losing biodiversity is not just an environmental issue, it's a human issue. Imagine a world where the songs of birds are silenced, where the rustle of leaves in a thriving forest is replaced by an eerie stillness. Each species lost is a thread pulled from the fabric of our existence. The bees that pollinate our crops, the trees that clean our air, the oceans that regulate our climate, all are interconnected. When we lose one, we risk unraveling the entire system. Rachel Carson once said, "In every outthrust headland, in every curving bay, in every grain of sand, there is the story of the earth." This profound connection reminds us that we are not separate from nature, we are part of it. Our survival hinges on the health of our ecosystems. The forests that absorb carbon dioxide, the oceans that provide sustenance, and the wetlands that filter our water are all essential to our well-being. Yet, we are witnessing alarming declines in species and habitats. Climate change, pollution, and habitat destruction are accelerating this loss. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but we have the power to make a difference. Each of us can contribute to conservation efforts, support sustainable practices, and advocate for policies that protect our natural world. As we zoom out from a single flower to the vastness of Earth, let's remember that every action counts. Protecting biodiversity is not just about saving animals or plants. It's about safeguarding our future. It's about ensuring that generations to come can experience the beauty and wonder of our planet. Let's cherish and protect the rich tapestry of life that surrounds us. The heartbeat of our planet depends on it, and so do we.